boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE network. And it is Nicki Day Pink Friday, where we show love to the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. And let's get to it. Now, first and foremost, a lot of people have been asking me, is it true about the rumor that's going around about Nicki Minaj being on Beyonce's new album? They also mentioned that Rihanna, Ariana Grande, you know, now, and of course they said, well, but they didn't hear anything about Megan Thee Stallion. This to me sounds like wishful thinking from someone. I've heard nothing about Nicki Minaj being on Beyonce's album. Now, not that doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but usually something like that, I would have heard some sort of breadcrumbs months early. When you're in a certain circle, and people talk when things like that happen. Even if they don't tell you the full story, you hear breadcrumbs about it. I've heard nothing about Nicki Minaj and Beyonce being on a project together, so I wouldn't expect that. I just think that's just someone out there, in the Twitter world, just using wishful thinking because that's what they want to happen. So I haven't heard that. Moving right along, the second big question, elephant in the room is, when will Nicki Minaj release her album? Now, she's got a show coming up as early as July. All right, in the beginning of July, I believe that is probably the first show would be the Wireless Fest, or maybe the Essence Fest maybe first. But I know they're around the same time. Essence Fest, Wireless Fest, and she's also got the iHeart, right? And that's the one in Vegas, and then Rolling Loud. So within the next 6 months, she's going to have 4 performances at least in those 4 different venues. Like I said, I'm not even going to sit on here and cap and be like, oh yeah, I got a new update, just to make people click. Because the people that do that and give Nicki updates every single day is just guessing and making stuff up. Nicki Minaj is one of the most private celebrities there is. Right? She keeps a pride in being tight-knit and, not a lot of people. She doesn't have a big circle anymore. So things that used to leak out about Nicki don't really leak out anymore. I make several phone calls to the couple of people that I have linked to Nicki Minaj, and they don't have a lot of news. You know what I'm saying? Like, aside for the news I got about the documentary, I gave you all that already. Nothing really left going with that. The album is coming, and there's no reason for them. They're not waiting on other people and things like that. The album isn't finished. You know what I'm saying? Like, the album is not finished. So don't believe people that are saying, oh, Nicki's being strategic. The album isn't done. She has to finish up. The last thing I heard was, she's still putting together songs. Y'all have to remember something. Nicki Minaj is a perfectionist, and she even if she doesn't come through with 13 perfect songs or 14 perfect songs, in her mind, that was the best songs completed that got chosen for an album. So, every era is different, and she has not finished completing the songs that she wants to put on this next project. The rumor about it being called Onika is false. That I got confirmed. It's not called Onika. The album coming out is not called Onika. I do not know what the name of the album is, but I was told it's not Onika. So I don't know where that rumor came from. I guess Stan, Twitter, or what have you. But the other thing is, who she's going to be bringing out. A lot of people want to know who she's going to be bringing out. Now, I know for the Rolling Loud, she's going to, if you just look at the card and you look at who's there, she's probably going to, her and Bia is going to probably perform, what would that be, the first time? Have they even performed that together except on live? Whole Lot of Money remix, with her and Bia. But I tell you one thing, she is getting her stage set together, as we speak. So the reason why she's taking that hiatus, and she bounced back every now and then. If she's trying to get, one thing about Nicki, that even if she doesn't have the best choreographed, the best choreographers, the best dancers, her dances are still pretty good, but even though she doesn't have the best this and the best that, she's going to make sure that she sounds the best. Her microphone isn't, like she's very, very, high on that sound quality. That's like Jay-Z. Jay-Z is going to make sure you're not going to see a whole bunch of dancing and shenanigans on stage with him. So he's going to make sure that he's clear and, there's no microphone issues or whatever. One of the times about Nicki that I did hear about, one of the main times where she was most upset, I believe it was Coachella, I think, when her and Ariana and she had the microphone issues. She hates that. Hates it. She hates when she has technical difficulties. So she's big on that. You're not going to see any microphones or anything going out this time. I guarantee you. If it does, they sabotaged her. So she's going to make sure, especially with these tours now, they're not putting as much money behind her as they used to. But she's going to make sure that her quality is on point, and you can hear everything she says. She says during her performances. Here's a little treat for Nicki fans or whatever. Even though it doesn't it's not Nicki, but it is directly and associated with Nicki. So her little sister may be on my soundtracks, for Groupie. So I did correspond with a representative, and she may be submitting some music for my not sitcom. It's a television drama series that should be on Tubi in the wintertime. And ironically, Nicki Minaj's sister, may have some music on the soundtrack, of our TV series. So that would be extra cool. Like I said, I have a kind of connection to her. One of my boys I went to school with is kind of like on her management team. So we'll see how that pans out. She's an aspiring artist. What else we got here for the Queen? Like I said, I'm not gonna make stuff up. I'm gonna give y'all real news. I'm gonna be straight and forward with you. If I don't have anything new, trust me, nothing new is happening. If I don't have anything new to tell you, nothing new is happening. She's really at this point just getting ready for her performances. Anything that you hear in between there, or you heard this, you heard that, it's cap. I promise you it is. It's cap. So she's been pretty much just getting ready for these performances and trying to ink. She's actually trying to ink more performances. You're going to probably hear about 2 more performances before December. All right. So, and then on top of that, next year, she may do a residency in Las Vegas. That is the only other thing that I had heard about. She might, be doing a residency in Las Vegas in 2023, not 2022. And it may be after the tour. Said she is planning on touring in 2023, and then probably the residency after that. And with a residency, she'd have to move to Vegas, for a certain amount of time or what have you. So shout out to Nicki Minaj doing her thing. Still has the highest debut for a female rapper this year, 2022. That's Do We Have a Problem? And you got any other Nicki questions, you can DM me, Heaven Hollywood _Clark. And don't forget, man, just show some love to your queen. Go hit her up on her Instagram or what have you. All right. God bless everybody. See y'all next week.